that, like for example, you and I were having a discussion, and now we were actually talking about you, man, and like what do you do? How do you instruct our boys on interaction? And you were like, you said, man, I told Mashinda to keep his passport on him.
Yeah.
So when law enforcement pulls you over, show them your passport.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
to switch it up a little bit.
Just so maybe they'll look at you not from that lens that views all black men as being criminalistic, but okay, this is a different type of black man, right?
Yeah.
So maybe.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? But still, look at the measures that we go through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because we know historically that black people are going to be treated and viewed differently. And oftentimes, that treatment is based on the media's portrayal of particularly black men in inner city neighborhoods. I'd like to hear Malcolm's perspective on that, man.
Yeah, me too, man. Matter of fact, I think one of the things I would want to ask Malcolm, is, in your opinion, how does mainstream media's depiction of the black image affect police interactions, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, matter of fact, let's just see what he would say, man. That's what matter of fact, and this is what 50 years later?
50 plus.
The white press inflames the white public against Negroes. The police are able to use it to paint the Negro community as a criminal element. The police are able to use the press to make the white public think that 90% or 99% of the Negroes in the Negro community are criminals. And once the white public is convinced that most of the Negro community is a criminal element, then this automatically paves the way for the police to move into the Negro community, exercising Gestapo tactics, stopping any black man who is on the sidewalk, whether he is guilty or whether he is innocent, whether he is well-dressed or whether he is poorly dressed, whether he is educated or whether he is dumb, whether he's a Christian or whether he's a Muslim. As long as he is black and a member of the Negro community, the white public thinks that the white policeman is justified in going in there and trampling on that man's civil rights and on that man's human rights. Once the police have convinced the white public that the so-called Negro community is a criminal element, they can go in and question, brutalize, murder unarmed, innocent Negroes, and the white public is gullible enough to back them up. This makes the Negro community a police state. This makes the Negro neighborhood a police state. It's the most heavily patrolled. It has more police in it than any other neighborhood, yet it has more crime in it than any other neighborhood. How can you have more cops and more crime? Why? It shows you that the cops must be in cahoots with the criminal.
Brother said what I would like to be able to say in such an eloquent manner, man. But 50 plus years later, man, how relevant is Brother Malcolm?
Yeah.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah, that just really at the end of the day, we set this up in interview style for one reason, to show you how much further the United States of America has to go in regards to race relations.
Absolutely.
And to challenge this country to be more honest. You see what I'm saying? About if you're talking about having real meaningful race relations, you see what I'm saying? Everybody has to bring the dirty laundry to the table, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Let's stop dancing around, having these meaningful conversations. I compare them to merry-go-rounds. So that's all they are.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all they are. It's merry-go-rounds.
Going in a circle.
Yeah.
Which basically means you're going nowhere.
Nowhere.
And also as black people, man, we can't be afraid to lead the dialogues.
That's right.
Set the parameters.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Based on our experience, based on our pain, based on our honesty, based on our compassion, who better is suited to lead this discussion?
You know, because it's important. It's important to have these discussions. You know, it's important to understand the tactics. You know what I'm saying? That that mainstream society uses. You see them to discredit what you say.
Yes.
To silence you. But at the end of the day, you can't allow those things to quiet your voice.
Sure.
You can't allow those things to make you feel subconscious about yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because all those tactics are in place. You see what I'm saying? You have to understand that what you're saying is of truth and it has merit. And speak it. You see, be confident.
Yep.
That's part of that meaningful discussion. You see what I'm saying? Us as black people, we have to come to the table. You see what I'm saying? With meaningful, you know what I'm saying, dialogue.
Yeah.
And sharing our experiences. If no one's going to tell our story like us at the end of the day.
Exactly. We can't depend on anybody else to tell our story but us.
And my white brothers and sisters out there, let's just keep it real. Come on, man. Keep it real. You see what's going on. You see what I'm saying? You know, look, everybody needs to heal. Everybody needs to heal. You see what I'm saying? So you know what? So what? You know, American history is not the most flattering histories. We understand that. You see what I'm saying? But it's still, but this country is still a great country. Sure. At the end of the day, especially when you travel abroad. You see what I'm saying? You know, you're like, oh wow, yeah. You know, you start to appreciate certain things about America. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
there's an elephant that's in the room.
There's an elephant in the room, yo.
And you know, the elephant gets bigger the more the elephant is fed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yo.
And they feeding this some unhealthy diet.
Absolutely. Yep. So listen, y'all. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, man, of the Beats, Rhymes, and Ray Show. I know I enjoyed it, man.
Yes, sir.
You know. Go ahead, Ish.
I just want to say that that's that new Dilla in the background, man.
Yeah, man. That's
brand new Dilla, brand new J Dilla, man. The Diary instrumentals, man. Matter of fact, I think it just dropped this month.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. But yeah, y'all, this is the Beats, Rhymes, and Ray Show, man. Spread the word, tell a friend, tell a loved one, and listen, family. Have an open and honest dialogue. Have open and honest conversations. Black people, white people, you know, all people. Let's begin to put this, you know, to begin this healing process the right way. Let's do it properly.
Yes, sir.
Let's not be afraid to come together and discuss this racial divide, but do it in a truthful, honest manner.
Yes, sir.
Let's do that, y'all.
Let's do that. Don't forget, Diggable Planets, Sunday, July 17th, Musica Akron, 51 East Market Street, Akron, Ohio, 44320. Check for tickets. Check us out on Facebook. Check out the website, www.keepersoftheartinc.com. Don't forget the social political supergroup, the Crossroads, Raheem Devon, West Felton, with the metaphysical queen MC Cyrock. That's Saturday, August 20th, also at Musica Akron, here in Akron, Ohio, man. Hey, this is the Beats, Rhymes, and Race podcast, man. I'm Ishmael El Amin. That's my man Don Juan, you know what I'm saying, Donovan Rogers. Can't forget about the engineer Big Zoo in the house. Well, say what's up, Zoo.
Yo, what's up?
You know what I'm saying? As well as now the interns in the house. Say what's up.
Shout out now.
Sir, what's happening?
No doubt, man. Keepers of the Art, man. It's official. We in the building. Stay tuned. Check it. Don't forget to check us out on via iTunes for the podcast for this episode as well as past episodes. They're all up there. Subscribe to the podcast. Get it. You know, it'll come straight to your smartphone these days. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend about the Beats, Rhymes, and Race. You know, podcast, real hip hop, real conversations, man. All right, we out.
Peace.
We love y'all. Beats, Rhymes, and Race is an independently produced program by Keepers of the Art Incorporated and the Akron Digital Media Center. You can check out Keepers of the Art at www.keepersoftheartinc.com. Also, check us out on Facebook as well as Twitter. As well, you can check out theacronist.com.